Welcome to Sam Goffen Guitar. Today, really excited about this one because I haven't checked these out next to each other yet. It's a bit of a tube screamer fight off, right? So we've got the Ibanez, the classic reissue, we've got the Maxon OD808, we've got the Reveiws 808, we've got the Jam Pedals Tube Dreamer, and we've got a Boo Instruments, which is a UK maker, really good, their TS808. So as you might have guessed, they're all 808 versions of the Tube Screamer, all have the JRC 4558D chips in them. They're gonna obviously sound similar, but is there an edge to any of them? Do any of them kind of just pit the other ones to the post? Are any better in any way? Let's find out. I would love to hear your opinion down in the comments. That'd be awesome. Remember to subscribe to the channel, but also head to the website and subscribe there, because then any new reviews or lessons that come out will come straight to you first. All right, here we go. Turok Studio Pro 35, beautiful. Alright, the first green machine. It's a classic for a reason. Oh, interesting. Like that one. I think that's really interesting. So everything's set at noon, so we've got a bit of gain structure coming from them, but they're pushing the amp slightly too. And there's definitely, to me, a couple which kind of stand out slightly in their tone. The 808 and the Boo Instruments, I think, to sound a little bit brighter in the room. And maybe the Reveiws is the 808 there in the middle is just slightly louder as well. Might have a little bit more volume at 12 o'clock than the others. But alright, so now what we're going to do, I want to try these in a couple of just typical positions for a Tube Screamer. One a bit of a clean boost, and then one with a lot more saturation from the pedal. So let's set that up. Alright, there we go. So all set in a very similar way now. Just the Tube Dreamer there is a little bit confusing, this one, because it's got the level and gain the other way round on the actual face compared to the others. So it looks like they're pointing the other ways. Actually, no, so is the Reveiws. Yeah, so there's a couple of them that have got them on the other way round, so it looks a bit confusing. But here we go. Neck position on the strap, by the way. Nice Okay, actually I'm going to have a little flick through the controls on the Strat as well while I do it. Nice. So that was position 2, which I love, and all the way to the bridge. That's what I'm going to keep doing, okay? I like this. I like this a lot. Whew, nice. Oh, hang on. Getting carried away there. Better move off without doing position 2 or bridge. Oh, I love that. There's a reason I've been using this Boo one for quite a long time now. Lovely. Right, next thing I want to do is just another position, kind of almost the reverse, more gain, less volume. Alright, let's see how this sounds. It's gonna be brilliant. Alright, the max on. Definitely louder. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, the Tube Screamer, isn't it? Right, nice. I mean, they all just sound glorious to me. Really digging the Reveiws actually there, I've got to say. Really, really cool. And I still like the Boo instruments. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Alright, they're two really common positions. So you might use it with a bit more gain or a little less volume and so on. But, you know, the first one was like kind of a bit of a clean push. And this one is less of a clean push and more gain from the actual pedal itself. So next thing I'm going to do is just go through all of them one control at a time. So let's see, has one of them got a bit more gain than the other one? Has one of them got a bit more volume than the other one? Is one brighter than the other one, so it might suit a darker guitar if you've got, like, you know, a really dark Les Paul or something. So you might want to pick a pedal just depending on those factors as well. Alright, back in a second. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be really interesting. So all the volumes right up. Let's just see how hard they push the front of this amp. Has one got a bit more volume than the other? Let's find out. Very nice. It's got a slightly different tone, isn't it, that one? I thought they'd be a bit more similar, to be honest, but there is a difference there between the Maxon and the Ibanez. I'll show you what I mean. Ooh, lovely, lovely things. Right, let's move on. Oh, sounds awesome. Whew. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them, could you? I mean, how just amazing. Still think that Reveiws got something about it, but wow. Right, next one. Let's boost that gain. Let's crank that. Right now, a lot more of the sound, a lot more of the saturation is going to come from the pedal rather than the amp. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if there's any difference. Something great. Still louder, isn't it? I'm gonna have to turn it down slightly. Really cool. All right, let's just have a little see about how well they clean up as well. So I'll just go through again really quickly and just play with the guitar control a bit more. Yeah, really nice. They sound lovely. I love them used like this as well. You just roll off the volume a little bit. Yes, so dynamic when you just roll back on the volume. One of the things about a tube screamer is, like, if you try them and you don't get on with them, you need to consider using them in different ways. So for example, as a bit of a clean boost, they're incredible, and then when you roll off the guitar volume, they respond so well. They can be a really dynamic pedal. They're not all like that compressed horrible nasal thing that you might have in your head. Really lovely. Okay, final thing, tone. So we're going to leave everything around 12. Notice the Reveiws in the middle there is slightly less than that on the volume because it just feels a bit louder than the others. And yeah, let's not mess around. Just going to whack the tone right up, see how bright they are, and then whack it right down and see how dull they go as well, okay? Let's not mess around with anything in between, right? Let's... on the neck, okay? One thing is with a tube screamer though, when it gets brighter, it gives it like a really nice airiness, which I really like as well. Let's go back to that one. All right, then let's take that tone right down. Still just on the neck, okay? Lovely. Right, so what can I say? Tube Screamers are amazing. They are on so many amazing professional players' boards for a good reason. They have been for decades. You can't go wrong with one unless maybe you don't quite get how to use them. And I don't mean that in a funny way. It's just that sometimes people just crank the gain on them and they play and they go, oh, they're really nasally and compressed. But they're not at all. Roll back on that guitar volume a little bit and just, you know, play with the settings. They are incredible pedals. Out of these 5, hard to choose. Hard to choose. Obviously, the jam pedals here has also got a plus switch, so we can add a bit more gain into that. So there's a couple more options there, I guess. I gotta say, the Reveiws to me, I really like the sound on that, and there's a little bit more volume there to push the amp a bit harder, which I quite like as well. But I've been a big fan of the Boo Instruments TS808 for a long time. I've had that for about 7 or 8 years or more. It's lovely. Which one do you prefer? How do you use your Tube Screamer? I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, there we go. 5 amazing TS808 Tube Screamers. Take care and see you soon.